Hi everybody, Racingbrah is here. Excuse me please for my voice, I'm a little bit sick, so this is why I'm probably going to sneeze a couple of times during this video, which is like 20 minutes long, but I hope you are not getting really upset about that. I'm going to show you one of the races, one of the last races in FIA that I had. It was around this short Sardegna track. It was pretty nice. It was intense. It was sometimes weird, and in general probably not one of the best performance of mine. But as I already said a couple of times, I'm going to be very honest about what's going on. I'm just going to show you what is happening. I'm currently on the hunt for A+ rating. I'm right now like 44, I think 44 something, so it's not that far away. So I'm going to share with you the videos on the way to the A+, which is 50,000 rating points. So we are on our first hot lap around this pseudo Italian track, I suppose. I felt pretty okay. I made a couple of nice laps when I was practicing. It was my first race. Second one that I did, you can also find on the channel. But I streamed it. I wasn't happy about this one, and this is why I decided to give it another shot. We are going for our second hot lap. Currently we are P12, which is a very poor result, considering the fact that we were going out of 52 easily. Okay, like in this case the car is full, it's very heavy, but still, like I didn't think that getting out of 52 would be a problem at all. So this is why 52.6 was really not nice. But the problem is that the track is very short, and it doesn't matter how you carefully choose the position on the track, you still somehow manage to get in touch with others. And of course it's also a nice idea to have some slipstream around the track. So this was finally a decent lap, 51.9. It was okay, but I failed the first corner. It was not good at all. Then I went for another attempt, but I think it was pretty much destroyed by the traffic. I unfortunately do not recall what exactly happened, because this race was from the last week, and I just remember some difficulties during the qualy, but I don't remember exactly what happened. In this case we are just behind an Italian driver, Micro MRL, who let us go. Probably their lap wasn't as good, and we are again on the start finish line. It's 1 minute 20 seconds left until the end of the quali, and it's 52 almost 3, so we didn't get better in this one, and this was definitely our last attempt. The first corner was really nice, and then this thing happened. Like you all can see the blue flags that are waving to the Spanish guy SRT Estif, who ruined our lap, and I was not happy about what happened at all, and I kind of even wanted to kick him back for what happened. At this moment I didn't actually remember the name of this Spanish guy. I thought it's just a random thing, it just happens sometimes, and I didn't pay that much attention. But we met a couple of more times during the daily races and the next FIA race. And this guy is really nasty, I have to say, because he ruined another lap of mine during the quali on the last race in Dragon Trail. And he's really a very, very nasty dude, I suppose. So I'm trying to I'm going to try to be as far as possible from this guy during the qualies or the races or whatever, because I don't even expect anything back, because I wrote him a couple of times and he didn't reply at all. He didn't care about what happened. So we are starting from P2, but at this point we don't know what is going to happen with the strategy. I didn't try the race before the FIA race, and it's a big mistake, and you have to know it. You have to try before the race. You have to try the race pace and different strategies. And I'm just going to literally blow the first laps, because I put hard tire front and back, and the guys next to me, they are on a combination of hard and soft. And this is what I did actually in my second race, and the car is so much better when you put softs in front and hards behind, and you use the hards anyways, and the game thinks that you use the hard compound tires, and this is it basically. Bulgarian guy says thanks for letting him go. I didn't even want to fight, because my strategy is to go long, and I didn't want to spend any time behind anyone. So we're fast forwarding a little bit, because nothing happens during this lap, more or less. So the strategy just horrible. It was horrible, because using hard tires front and back is just wrong decision, and you are going to see why. First of all, you are getting way slower than others, and psychologically it's also not easy to let all the guys all the time go, because I'm getting overtaken again and again and again, and of course it's just slower. It's just simply slower. So we are under pressure from behind. There's a British driver who is right behind us, and he is not going to wait for too long before he overtakes us. And at this point I started to feel that I did something wrong. I was hoping that the guys in front, they are driving just soft compound tires, but I think they were driving on the mix, and this is what was the strategy winner for this race. I tried in the second one a different one, so the combinations for the first stint with 2 pit stops, because in this race I think I went 1 pit stop. So 2 pit stops are faster using the combination on the first one, and then softs and softs again. So the struggle goes on. I'm on the hard tire, and the guys from behind, they are coming and overtaking. So it's already P4. The guy behind is already preparing for an attack. He's right behind us. The Belgium guy from the Belgium guy on the Dodge Viper. We also meet this guy again and again in daily races, because probably our rating matches more or less, and it's also a very nice feeling to get into a certain community, so to say. A couple of people that you meet all the time during all the daily races and FIA races, and sometimes in the private lobbies. It's very nice, and then you say hi, what's up, what's going on, and then you really kind of enjoy even more the racing, because like you know the guys, and also when you know someone and when you are friendly to each other, then of course you are also more careful on the track, because definitely you don't want to ruin anyone's race, but especially a race of a nice guy, of your colleague that you sympathize to. So it's a very nice feeling. We are around lap number 7, and our hard tire is still pretty good, but pretty slow. We are a lap second, like a second per lap down on every single other guy who is in the mix right now. So we didn't fight very much. The Belgium guy made a little mistake in this turn. It's a very hard turn, I have to say, and wearing the hard tire, it's not easy at all to go through this turn in a good manner. But still, it was okay at this point. It was still okay. I didn't want to go for a move at all. I was just trying to get the best racing line as possible, just saving as much time as possible in this situation. But unfortunately, this thing happened.
Christy. Excellent.
I hit the wall in the inside, and then on top of that, the Austrian guy kicked me in the back, so we have damage in front and behind, and the wheels, and like everything. And right now our pace is just nowhere, and of course we spent so much time recovering the speed after the crash, and oh my god, I wasn't happy at all. Although I tried to keep focused and squeeze everything I could out of this poor strategy and my horrible pace. So we go a little bit further. We are in P7. We did kind of little improvement. We are right behind the P6, and I was making couple of nice laps, and it felt good. So a couple of guys they went for their pit stops, and we're holding on. We have to do at least 5 more laps, and we're already 11.5 seconds behind the leaders, and it's not a positive information for us at all. And like from behind, we are probably going to be attacked again. So it's not the best situation to be. So just want to mention again, before you go for a race, if you want to fight for a result, check out the different strategies, the possibilities, and try them out. This is very important. Otherwise you might be in this type of situation where you are, as they say, sitting duck, and there is nothing you can do with the strategy because you already blew it, basically. I mean, of course I could go for early pit stop and change to the softs, but it would mean a couple of more pit stops, and I would lose time anyway. As you see, the Belgium guy made a wonderful move between us. He went very deep into this corner, and then the exit speed was just so much better because he was on fresh softs, and he literally just pulled such a beautiful move. So we are back on P6. P7 is another AMG. As you probably know, we are always trying to beat as many cars in manufacturers. I mean, as many cars as possible of your brand, so to say. So you have to keep as many Mercedes in our case behind as possible. So P1 of course is out of our reach, but we do have to fight against the guys who are behind. As you see, I start making mistakes because this hard tire is really bad at this moment, and thanks to very clean racing from this Spanish dude, it was a very nice move. And he perform it well, and it was a nice feeling, definitely, being in such a battle when others are very respectful. Although I get a little kick from behind, but it's okay. We have to struggle just a little bit more. The last lap was 55.1, which is horrible, literally horrible. Here I almost did the same mistake again. I think at this moment my heart rate was somewhere around 150 probably, and then mistake after mistake, and I lose 2 more positions, which is far from ideal, so to say. We're very unhappy at this moment, but I'm so tired of these tires and of like psychologically sinking all the time. We finally go for the pit stop. We change to the soft tire, and we feel like this is going to be now a bright part of the race. We are going to be attacking finally. On the way out, I got a little bit touched from my right side. I don't know, this thing I don't like, and I don't understand. Like, if you go for a move, if you really want to have it, then go for it. Why this hesitant bullshit, like touching just a little tiny bit from behind, just ruining the racing line for your opponent, and actually not getting in front. You're losing time, I'm losing time, you don't get your track position. Like, this thing I don't understand. This is actually why I really want to get out of this rating and go on, because I feel, or at least what I see in the top level lobbies where the A+ guys are driving, there is less of this. I think, or it feels to me, that there is way less of this type of things, and I would really like to try racing these guys. But of course, before this, we have to get faster, and we have to get rid of all these stupid mistakes that I'm making actually quite often. So finally, I think it was our first overtake during this race, and it feels like we are going for another one. We're currently P8, and we are on the fresh softs. The car is getting lighter and lighter, and finally it gets enjoyable. There's another Spanish guy in front of us. We have to do the move as soon as possible, because otherwise we're going to be under attack from the Austrian guy from behind. So it seems like a nice opportunity, and we go for it. But I see what happens on the radar, and there is the Austrian guy thinking about going for the move, but we are playing a very safe game here, parking the car on the apex and just defending from both of them. But unfortunately, he passed the Spanish guy too, so now I'm going to have to defend, because I don't have a tow from the guys in front, and it was it was a difficult moment, because he has the same car as we do, and the slipstream is very strong around the start-finish lane. And now he goes for the move, and actually he pushes me wide. As you see, I left crazy amount of space for him, but still I don't know why he needed to push me wide, and I'm not going to thank him for this thing. He didn't, I don't think he needed that. He had a nice pace, and I'm sure he is able of pulling some clean, nice moves. But anyways, this is what happened, but at this moment I was more like eager to fight for the position back, not to start crying into my pillow, but actually try going for this. P7, after everything that happened in the race, I wouldn't necessarily say that this is a horrible result, but of course we at the moment we wanted more. I think his tires are a little bit fresher than ours, and this is what gives him a little edge. Otherwise, I think our paces, they were more or less the same. I think if I had a little bit more clean race, I would hold the nerves, then probably I would be able to try some moves a little bit earlier, and maybe they would be more successful. But this guy, I have to admit, he was defending very, very well, annoyingly well. Just all the time, as you just saw in this first corner, just perfectly placing the car so that it's impossible for me to do anything. At this moment, we are right behind him, and I'm just waiting for this opportunity. I was hoping that he's going to make a mistake. He's gonna crack under the pressure, because I didn't feel any. I felt very, very nice at this moment, and I was very confident about what's going on. And of course, when the guy in front of you tries to break the toe, this is one of the first signs of him thinking about what's going on behind, and he's not thinking about what's going on in front of him. So it was kind of good sign. But these tires are not getting any younger, and this is our problem. Every single lap they're getting worse and worse, and we have to do something early. So this is what I thought about, and I made a little mistake, as he did, but I did it a little bit. I went a little bit wider, and this I think this is just ridiculous. Like, I cannot wait anymore until they fix this bullshit. It's unbelievable. Like, I am following the guy, I'm making mistake, I'm paying the price by slowing down by the sand and grass, making my tires wear and make them dirty, and then on top of this I get 1.5 seconds. This is just ridiculous. And it actually threw in a very nice fight between us, and on the last lap we're going 3.5 seconds behind this guy. At this point, I got my hope for a second back. He just made a mistake, and I thought, oh my god, his tires are dirty now, and this is the moment we have to give it all. Maybe we are gonna get the opportunity to do the move in the last corner, or maybe have a drag race until the finish line. But as you see, it's unfortunately just a little bit not enough. The Bulgarian guy wins the race. The British guy is second. These were the guys that I started together with, and you see how far behind we found ourselves on the finish line. So this is P7 for this race. We still won some about 5 out of 7 or 700 points. So overall it was a positive experience. I think we got like 160 something points for this race, so I'm going to take it. I'm going to learn my lesson about this one, because I wasn't really prepared for this. Yes, I practiced, yes, my laps were not bad, but at the same time, like, I didn't practice the race pace, and this is a big mistake. So I hope you get something out of it and you enjoyed watching it. I hope to see you again, and the next ones are going to be much more exciting, I can guarantee you. So see you very soon, and don't forget to subscribe and like the videos. See you.